Hello ladies and gents, welcome back to Evolve. I do believe it's time to roll out. We're going to be playing as the Boulder today. The $15 boy. Just to add context to that, I genuinely believe this man was actually worth his price tag, and we'll get into that as we jump into the game. It's Val, Bucket, Crow and Markov. Markov is quite decent into Behemoth because Behemoth never leaves the ground, so we're going to be susceptible quite a lot to mines in this one. So he does do quite well into Behemoth. But yeah, we'll see. He's not too much of a high damage assault overall though, so yeah. We're in glorious daytime for this one. Not every map takes place at night. And yeah, let's go through the tunnel. So obviously, as I say, we'll just unfold here. I do believe this guy was worth it. There's been a considerable amount of effort that was put into this guy. Based on his animations, his level of detail on his body. As you can see, all the panels sort of move when he's feeding. It's a very nice little attention to detail, honestly. It's a similar vein to like Wraith, how they simulate his mood. That's a lot of doggos. We'll get out of there because I can just see the shadow of the dropship there, and I do not want to be involved in the welcoming committee. I will just add to that as well, that little grub that we've just killed. Back when this monster first came out, there was actually a strong theory that everybody, because people didn't know the full story at that point, everybody used to think that Behemoth was just a very big Obsidian Grub, which was quite interesting, to be honest. I thought it was quite amusing, but it was like just a huge version of little, Obsidian Grub. But obviously, it later got revealed that they are from another dimension. We are getting a very fruitful feed here. We're actually up stage 2 already, which is quite nice. Got that little inner glow. There was a person said to me in the comments that his back panels don't, they make them feel uncomfortable because how they stretch and like, you see that? I will just add a little bit of an explanation to this. Hopefully I won't get caught. I don't think. Oh, they are here. Hang on. So, Behemoth is, I've said this before in a video, but we'll just say it again because we might have some new viewers. Behemoth is actually a lot smaller than he appears to be, and Kyra explains this in one of her dialogues. See how it's like opening? Because Behemoth is essentially a meatball in the middle. That sort of, you see where the orange bits are and what the carapace is attached to. That's Behemoth himself, not the actual rock that surrounds him. That's just like chitin and armour. He's actually just literally a meatball in the middle. You can see that on the menu screen as well, where his head pokes out. It does extend quite a lot. He's very stretchy. This was also a lead into Gorgon's design with her traversal, where she can stretch her arm to ridiculous lengths. Because if you didn't know, Gorgon doesn't use a web to sling. It is literally her arm. She throws it out. It's very stretchy. And that's sort of the same sort of, genes that are at play here with Behemoth. We'll feed up. There's an Obsidian Grub, one of them. Everybody thought he was one of them, but a big one. We'll probably get into our first fight here. I'm done going on about how amazing the backstory and lore of everything is in this game. They're over here because the animals are running around. Yeah. They appear to be preoccupied at the moment, so now might be a good time. I don't think I get that. Oh no, maybe I do. Yeah, I do. So if it's your first video, we'll go through explaining how fights work in this game. So, the big blue dome thing that's just been dropped over me, this is the result of Crow, who I'm currently targeting, who is the team's trapper. He actually managed to duck under that. Trappers can dome the monsters, which obviously keeps them in a certain place, but if you down them, there you go, it deactivates it. So now we've got free agency again. Usually, you don't want to be targeting the assault, which is the red... One sec, I'm out of range for that, that was shit. Theirs is getting hit by mines. Yellows are support hunters. Supports get access to cloaks in Legacy, which allows them to sneak off if things go a bit pear-shaped. I'm gonna... oh shit, I brought him in here, that's fine. We're actually gonna get quite a lot of damage here, because that's gonna rain down. Grab him out of the air. Brilliant, we're gonna get out because I'm losing health. As soon as your armour fades and you start eating into the red bar, you take red bar damage. That is permanent. So the only way you actually heal in any way is by evolving. You only get 2 of those a game though. And it's not a complete heal. Shit, I need to go the other way. I need to armour up before I can actually... just going to do that because they're going to start shooting me. It actually still caught in the wall there, that's quite hilarious. So I've actually been domed again, so I'm going to have to go for Crow again here. Crow's going to die because he's been down twice, which is what them 2 little white blocks mean. Strikes, as they're called. It's a similar system to how Left 4 Dead used to work, where you know you go down twice. Sorry, I'm actually need to concentrate here because she's actually healed him back, and I am taking a lot of fucking damage here. This is very bad for us. Nice. Right, we'll get out because I am actually at half health, which is terrible. Let's get a move on. Yeah, so hunters get 2 strikes every time they go down. Well, they get 1 strike when they go down, which reduces their maximum health. It's like a punishment and makes it easier for the monsters to down them in the future. Yeah, and then once they've got 2, they go down. They just die when they go down. The next time. I would like some creatures, please, on this planet at some point. There you go. Singular Reaver. The armor regen, which is pretty much overkill on Behemoth, quite honestly. It's not one of these better perks. Pull that back over here. And that's going to be it. I'm going to go straight for stage 3 here now. So stage 3 is your power spike, as I've mentioned in the previous videos. Breath of fresh air, as I always say. Back in the live days of multiplayer, this was your reward. A lot of games would either end at stage 2, or you'd get to this phase where you are an absolute fucking unit, and very hard as a result to actually kill. The game didn't shy away from giving you the power as the power roll, which is something that could be said for, you know, games that we have these days in this genre, but, you know, we won't go into that. But just know that this game doesn't fuck around, it rewards you for the monster. Shit, I've not got that ready. Fuck. Tell you what, we'll actually commit to this. I'll isolate him. Fucking hell, how did you get behind that? That's bad. You need to move, lad. That's going to be very bad for you. You're isolated and your team's miles away. This actually does damage, it's part of a traversal, because, you know, realistic physics. We don't just glide through him. Did I get one? Yes, I did. Nice. I mean, look at all the animations and everything. It's all directional and everything. It's all, you know, seamless as well. Get stuffed in there as a chef. Not quite. She's trying to revive Bucket in a minute. It is all pressure because, yeah, she's going to get one of these up, I think. Fuck. The even start soldier is having a bad time. I'll explain what this guy is as well. This is a map mutator. So this guy, the way he differs from colonists is he's actually the same as a hunter, so he actually comes back on the dropship. Colonists perma-die. We're going to use the boulder form here to isolate Val. This was actually a valid tactic, Can't quite get her though, she's playing around it. There's the heal. Again, I'd like to say that this is bots. Again, they do play very well when they work. They do use their character to the advantage of themselves. It's, I mean, I'm at half health at stage 3 as the tankiest monster in the game. You know, there's not been too many mistakes in this one either. We'll stick him there because it's in the middle of that. Crow is probably going to get the respawn here actually. And Bucket. The problem is now we have got a very good treasure trove of people to kill. There you go. I will actually armour up here just to be safe. Use those down animations. We'll just feed up on these. Where's that? I heard crow's birds. I mean, look at this shit. Actual fucking raid boss. You know, if you've come from your DVD content, you hear me complain about how low quality it is and shit. This is why, because this is where I come from. These are my roots in games. He's here, I can see his footsteps there. No? Oh, I wouldn't have done that, lads. That's probably going to be GG though. Yeah, they're not going to get another respawn out of him. He's lost his cloak. You fucked it, lad. Into the drink. Just so much fun to play, honestly. Even against bots. But imagine if it was live, you know, against actual players. Teams that had, you know, I mean, we even saw this. I've got multiplayer content on my channel of this game. Me playing against people as the monster. You know, we had good times this time last year. It was bouncing, honestly. It was a fucking good time, and we've just been robbed of it for no reason, honestly. Other than me monies and me wallets, you know, all that bollocks. But yeah, there it is. Again, just to rescind what I said at the beginning, I do believe he was worth the price tag, because, put it this way, right, I know it's like a DLC for a game and everything, and it's a singular character, but I spent £15 on this 8 years ago, right, this monster, and I'm still fucking getting fun out of it to this day. So as far as I'm concerned, that's fucking 15 quid well spent, honestly. There's not been any other game where a DLC character has kept me hooked as long as this has. As a whole, as the game itself, honestly. There just isn't. There's nothing that comes close for me with this game. But there it is. Everything that I enjoy is robbed of me, clearly. So, you know, it is what it is. I know I'm not the only one in this boat. There are other people who deeply love this game as well, and you'll have to excuse me doggos in the background. But yeah, it is what it is. My views of the future of this game is, there's a part of me at the minute that thinks they've cancelled this game because they are working on an Evolve 2. I do genuinely think this is something that could be realistically possible, but it's going to have its corners cut if they make a sequel to it in this day and age, because Evolve came about at a time where DLC and, you know, the whole paid content sort of shit, it was very new, and that's why everybody attacked to this game, because it was an alien concept at that time. It wasn't as on the nose as it is today, and I don't know, I just think by the way games are developed these days, if they were going to make an Evolve 2, it's going to be absolutely wank, honestly, in comparison. And I tell you what, I bet if they did, only Goliath would be playable. You'd have to pay for Kraken, you'd have to pay for Wraith, you'd have to pay for Behemoth, you'd have to pay for Gorgon, and anybody else that comes along. Because I fucking shit, you know, I seriously doubt if they were going to make Evolve 2, they would give you all 5 of these monsters at the beginning of the game. Or, at the very least, if they're not going to do that, the 5 originals that are in this game, if they do make a sequel, should be available through in-game currency to earn. I'd be perfectly alright with that, because obviously that's gameplay anyway, you can farm for them. That's good for me. I do enjoy that in games. which is why I like games that do. To its credit, DBD does this. Anything that isn't licensed, because obviously if it is licensed, they have to make the money off it. That's down to the license holders. But their actual original characters, you can earn them through gameplay. That is good. And you know, all your paid content should just be cosmetic stuff. I don't mind that. I'll pay if a cosmetic looks good, I'm gonna fucking buy it. At the end of the day, that's, you know, looking good in games is what I like. You know what I mean? Like every fucking skin that comes along for this game, I would have bought, honestly, because I just enjoy it. It's the same argument I have for this character. He was 15 quid. Fucking bought him because I like it. Do you know what I mean? I spend my money on what brings me joy. But you know, when you've got fucking YouTubers jumping on the game going on about it's the crime of the century and my wallets and this is anti-consumer and all this bollocks because it's changing gun colours and shit like that, it's like, just fuck off. Do you know what I mean? Like it doesn't age well in the current state of gaming anyway, when the very same YouTubers who fucking complained about this shit are now fucking gambling in COD and all that shit. It's really fucking stupid, mate, honestly. But yeah, it is what it is. We've lost a genuinely great game here, and yeah, that's going to be it. But just to let you all know, I have got no plans of stopping playing this game because it's fucking enjoyable. It's a good experience, and I will continue to play against bots into the very far future, and for YouTube as well. I am, at the time of recording this video, might have already have done a stream by the time this video goes up, but I'm looking into getting into Twitch and doing some live streams. So obviously the first stream's going to be Dead by Daylight, but going forward I might do an Evolve stream where we just... I mean, it's going to be bot games because I haven't figured out all the multiplayer stuff and everything, and as I've said to... there was a guy in the chat in the comments, I think he's called Denver Snail. I don't trust it, honestly, because I don't want it to corrupt or ruin my game in any way, because there's not going to be an actual fix for it anywhere now, because it is literally gone. So I don't want to ruin my game, basically. There's been one or two people in the Discord server who've said that they've had issues with it when they've changed, you know, the files and swapped them around, and they've had prompts where it said it's all corrupted and shit like that, and I was like, nope, not doing that, because I'm not losing my game. If I lost this game, I'd fucking off myself, mate. No, that's an exaggeration, but I'd be very, very upset, genuinely, so I'm not going to risk it, honestly. I am just going to keep playing against bots until possibly there is a day that comes where somebody does actually make a uniform, proper fix for it. Then you bet I'll go back on multiplayer and I'll be part of the community again. But for me personally, I am retired to bots for now. It is what it is. This is going on for ages as well. I'm just talking shit again. I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you for the next one, and many more in the future. Bye.